guys, welcome back to my channel, Wire Studios. Today we are doing the first ever cartoon review out of 5 on my channel. Now if you remember a while ago, I posted a new video called New Channel Update. In that video, one of the new updates were cartoon reviews. And I said we would be doing them on the channel right after Christmas Day. And the only one of those updates that happened was the Ben 10 new toy unboxing, which now you can see as the Omnitrix creator. But I didn't really upload it yet because I'm just trying out new editing software, new microphone, which is probably why this sounds a little bit weird, like my voice. I know it sounds weird, I tested it out. But yeah, anyway, this will be the first one out of 5. And the first one is, you already probably know, the title. The first cartoon will be The Amazing World of Gumball. Now, you may be thinking, why The Amazing World of Gumball? I mean, I thought the first cartoon you might review would be Ben 10 or Spider-Man or something. I mean, that's like the most on your channel. Yeah, I mean, I know. Those two would definitely be in there, like any Spider-Man cartoon. Maybe the Spectacular Spider-Man, because, like, I'm rewatching all of these. Like, I just finished the entire Gumball yesterday, so I'm like, hey, why not do Gumball? But, yeah. Those will be in there. I just need to finish the respective shows. I'm not spoiling which ones yet, because it'll already be spoiled when you see the titles. Anyway, let's go on with it. And so, let's go through all of the seasons. Season 1. I'm not going to go through episode by episode, because this is meant to be like 10, 15 minutes, you know, not so long. The first season is okay. The animation style, if it had stayed that way, the same way throughout every season, it will look fine. But, I mean, it does look okay, I guess. It looks a bit odd. At times, there's multiple animation errors, and sometimes it's really stiff. And the big one, for me, the big one that I like, is, like, definitely my favorite episode in there, is definitely the third. Like, I really like the third. Like, it showed us more characters. Like, I'm saying like a lot. It showed us so many characters throughout Gumball who would each have major roles in that episode and go on to have major roles throughout the episode. And this one's just a really personal favorite of mine. It's also the first episode of Gumball that I've ever seen, which also adds to the fact that it is my favorite. Yeah, I know, it is kind of an unfair spot, but hey, what can you do when you see the first episode of the show that you really like? Then it becomes your favorite, you know. I'm talking too much. Let's move on to season 2. Season 2, Gumball. Yeah, this one was good. It was definitely an improvement over season 1, although it didn't have as many good episodes. One that I actually liked was the episode called The Finale. Now, I really like this one because it showed how many crappy things the Watterson family has done throughout all the episodes of Gumball, and bam, this one's right there. It's like, here are your problems, here are the consequences. You did them. And this one is also the season finale, and it's really good. And now, I know, like, most people don't really like the season finale, and we'll get onto this more later in next episodes of these. But no one really likes the season finale because it's the end of the season. If you really like the show, it's the end of the season. You have to wait like a month or two for the next seasons to come out, or in some cases even a year. But for some reason, this one was just on the top. It was like the expectation that set Gumball throughout all of these years. This episode would later drive on throughout other episodes, serving as an inspiration for all of these. And now to go on to season 3. I almost said the favorite, but you're not gonna get that from me. Now, my favorite episode of season 3, this is like really obvious. It's the money. Now, the way Gumball incorporated this episode is like Richard. It's like it starts out as a usual Gumball episode, but then you get to the crazy things, and then there's like major fourth wall breaks. Like this entire episode, I go on to the Gumball fandom. This episode is listed right there. as like the fourth wall page. It's like in season 3, money is listed there. Not what broke the fourth, not the scene that had the fourth wall broke. No, it's listed right there, like the entire episode. And it's not some regular Gumball episode where either Gumball, Anais, Richard, Nicole, or maybe some other side character has a problem, and you go through Gumball and Darwin's comedic charms. No, this one's written in a special way, not using the normal style of Gumball comedy, but more like just kind of, it goes through like kind of like an action epic. Like here's where the Gumball not cinematic universe. Here's where the Gumball version of Avengers Endgame lied. Wait, it's not dead. Never mind. On to season 4. Now, my favorite episode of season 4 is definitely the bus. Now, the bus is the episode. Not a lot of people like this episode. Well, not like this episode. A lot of people forget this episode exists. They remember what it's about. It's that one where Rocky takes all the kids across from it, but then they're planning where he sets up, and with the other kids' parents, including Gumball and Darwin's dad, Richard. Now, Rocky is like, hey, these guys keep asking me if we could go somewhere besides school. Let's set up some kind of fake thing like that. And a lot of people like this episode. They just forget that it's called The Bus. They just forget that the episode The Bus kind of exists. I mean, they know it's there, but they kind of forget it exists. And now this one's really one of my favorites because it's like right up there with the money, but the money is definitely better. And this episode just kind of adds the feel and the texture, like this is Gumball. This defines them. Like the first season episode called The Third, that defines Gumball side characters. This episode defines Gumball. Like if your friend doesn't know what Gumball is, you could okay, here's a bus. Just introduce them to that episode. That's like one of my favorites, right? If someone doesn't know Gumball, start with that episode. And also, this is also the introduction of Gumball and Darwin's arch nemesis, Rob. Yeah, I forgot his name for a second. Rob. Now on to season 5. Almost the ending of The Amazing World of Gumball. It's going to end at season 6. And it already ended, so let's just get on. Now, my favorite episode of season 5 is the worst. Because Carmen, the cactus character, has never really actually gotten a chance to shine. This is like, you get to season 5, and this is her first major role. Like, after so many years, it's only being depicted as like a small side character, you get her first major role right after the end of the season. And due to that, that's one of the reasons it's one of my favorites. It's really good. It adds more in depth. It defines the character Carmen in 11 minutes. Alright, 11 minutes, guys. It's really good. And if you're like a fan of Gumball, but you haven't, you've seen all of the episodes, and you want to watch some, but you don't know what, I recommend The Worst, because it's like a really rewatchable episode. And now on to the final season, guys. It's season 6. Now, I get this question, I see this question get asked a lot. Will there be a season 7? And by now, it's really obvious. Gumball ended in 2019. No one's saying anything about it. But you get more of these kind of filler episodes, or, more of these, I guess, semi-canon shorts. So, yeah, on to season 6. My favorite episode of season 6. Most people would suspect this guy's picked the finales a lot for his favorite episode of the season. He should probably pick, whatever that episode was called. See, I don't even remember the name of, the Inquisition. See, I literally just remembered it. So, now you know that's not my favorite. It's actually The Future. Now, one of the reasons The Future is one of my favorites is that it serves as what do you say, better finale for Gumball than the Inquisition ever was. Like this would have been a better finale. Even though it leaves a lot of questions, you think Banana Barbara, she has this OP power of being able to predict the future, and she's not even included in the finale. And the future would have been a good finale, and it uses Banana Barbara's epic powers with the Rob. Yeah, their arch nemesis, Rob. And that's my punching review of Gumball. 1 out of 5. We have about 4 more to go. And maybe if you guys like this one, we could return in for a season 2.